Cause
All right, what's going on? How are you doing today, brother?
I'm good in you. How you doing?
I'm doing ups, and LA dude. I
Yeah,
like that Laker jersey, man. That's what I'm talking about right there. Okay.
always, man, always. I made sure I was like, yo, LA Field about to pull up. I gotta pull up. I need to come correct. You know what I'm saying? I gotta. Yeah.
Absolutely,
So
absolutely. All right, yeah.
yeah,
Basketball
man.
season's starting up soon, man. That's what's up. All right, man. So,
Yeah,
how you doing, man? I am honored to talk to you, bro. This is it's funny. I was going through your Instagram and your Twitter, and my
yeah.
daughter was next to me, and she this painting right behind you. She was like, "Oh, is that a picture from the guy from Stranger Things?" I was like, "No, that is a painting, girl. That is not a picture." She couldn't believe it. It's incredible. Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
All
Nah.
right.
Appreciate it, though. Really appreciate it.
Oh yeah. No,
Yeah,
no,
I'm also
absolutely.
stoked.
Yeah. It's funny. You talk to some artists, and they're like, "Okay, well, I'm a fine artist." I'm like, okay, there's levels to being a fine artist, right? What you do is fine art. It is absolutely incredible, right? And I'm going to get in some of the
Yeah.
particular pieces, but first, let's do the introduction. So, Rick Lane, where are you located?
Right now, I'm in South Africa. It's where I'm based. Grew up here.
All right,
Yeah.
all right,
I come from a town called Polokwane, PLK. Yeah, that's my city.
okay,
Um, yeah, yeah, it's a
okay,
small town. It's like a small town. Yeah.
okay. All right, awesome. All right, so now this is because you're so young too to be so good. So I would assume
Thank you.
I would assume that you've been artistic your whole life, right? Like you've always known you've had this gift.
Yeah, that's a pretty accurate assumption actually.
Okay.
Cause yeah, I started when I was 4, man. Like,
Yeah.
like I just saw like I was like kind of wired that way. I was just always drawing on walls at the age of
Mhm.
4, and yeah, it's just been an obsession ever since then. So that's
Yeah.
why maybe
Uh-huh.
I'm at this level.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Because I was I was looking at going through your socials, and you'd post like, you know, old stuff compared to where you are now. And I'm thinking like,
Yeah.
how old is this? I mean, what are you, 23? I mean, this is insane, man. Like
Hey,
it's yeah,
it's
man.
been a minute.
It's That's cool. All right then. So I would assume then your family, your friends, they all knew that you were destined for this. Were it,
Yeah,
and were
nah.
they always supportive of you becoming an artist?
Hey, man, that's kind of like, but
Yeah.
like, yeah, for the most part, like they were always like pushing me to be like, yo, this is your shit. This is your
Yeah.
pocket. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
Yeah.
since a youngin, I was always so obsessed. So they're like, yo, you should be an artist. You
Yeah.
should do this. You should do that. But it's like when you're growing up, you trying to go the school route and go to school, go to college and everything because that's just the system.
Yeah.
Especially
Yeah.
where I'm from. Where I'm from,
Oh
the
yeah.
art scene isn't like that huge. You feel me?
Okay.
Like as
Okay.
compared to like the states, it's like everywhere.
Sure.
So it was like, I don't know, but they were pretty supportive, especially my mom. My mother,
Okay.
man, she really she put her foot on this. Man, she was like,
Really.
nah, we
This
gonna
is what
sort
you're
that
gonna
out. Yeah.
do. That's good, man. That's
Mm,
good to have that, especially from your mom, man. That's a good person to have behind you, because I know
for sure.
being an artist is it could be scary, right? Like it's
Hell yeah.
people have to see your work and you got to sell it, and to have your mother's support is a beautiful thing, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so are you self-taught? Did you take any art classes at all, or this is kind of you've always just been this way?
Initially I was self-taught,
Hmm.
but there's this one time I was pressing my mom to like take me to art school, but we couldn't afford any
Sure.
art schools, and they were like in a different province. I was like, dang.
Hmm.
So I was self-taught at the basis, right? But this one time she came back from work and she happened to see like a studio where they were teaching people like some lessons. You know what I'm saying? Like
Uh-huh.
every Thursdays or whatnot. So she was like, "Hold up," did a U-turn,
Yep. Yep.
went back, and I was like, "I want my kid here."
Yeah.
So that's where I got all my sauce. That's where I got
Uh-huh.
my techniques. But like
Yeah.
for the most part, I was self-taught because I was there for like maybe 4 years, and then after that, it was just all me.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. Man, that's incredible. Okay, so did you start out with just like sketching, right? Because I see I mean, you do the oil painting, so you have some sketch work and stuff like that. So you just started out like pencil drawings, sketches and stuff like that?
Yeah, yeah, nah, definitely. That's where we all start.
Yeah.
Especially when you're young, you can't afford the paints. The card
Yeah.
expensive, so you gotta use what you can. It's
Uh-huh.
rough out here. You gotta use what you can. So I
Yeah.
started with the pencils,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then I went to the art school, like the art lesson spot. They taught
Uh-huh.
me. They gave me all the knowledge on painting and like,
Yeah.
nah, do this, nah,
Yeah.
you know, this like that. So, but I started
Okay.
with the pencils. Yeah.
Okay. So from, a, a couple artists that I've talked to when talking about the different, kinds of paints that you use, oil painting is not easy. And it's a process, right? Like it's not like
Yeah,
acrylic, something that dries easy. With the oil paint,
yeah,
with the layers, it could take a while.
for sure.
So so with that being said, so do you hold on before I ask that question? Do you specifically work with oil paints when you're painting?
Yeah, that's my preferred medium.
Yeah,
It just works better. It just feels better.
yeah,
And but I wasn't always like this. Like as you say, like a lot of artists are like, oh man, oils are just next level. I'm just
yeah.
gonna stick with acrylic.
Hmm.
But I started with acrylic. That's kind of my first love for painting was acrylic.
Hmm.
But then I learned I was like I wanted to challenge myself in a way because I'm inspired by Renaissance art, and Renaissance art is oil painting, Da
Yeah,
Vinci, Michelangelo,
yeah,
all the OGs, from back then. But
yeah.
yeah, that's my medium. That's my medium.
Yeah, okay, okay, okay. Well, I have this question then because of the time that it takes to, from start to finish from a piece. Do
Yeah,
your friends and your family know? Okay, when you're in art mode, let's just leave you alone. Let him get his work. And has that being an artist, because it can be lonely at times, right? Because you're by yourself painting all the
yeah,
time. Has that affected any personal relationships at all? Because you have to spend a lot of time by yourself.
hell yeah. Damn, that's a good question, bro. Good question. It's yeah and no because they give me space because I'd
Okay.
be like, yo, I'm in the studio right now. Do not bother me
Yeah.
at all. Like
Yeah.
nobody, hey. But sometimes you gotta interact with your people.
Of
You
course.
don't you ain't gotta be all by yourself all the time. You gotta
Yeah.
have those relationships. But I think fortunately for me, I'm more of an introvert. Like I've been a loner for the most part of my upbringing. I was
Mhm.
kept to myself.
Yeah.
I ain't had too many friends like that. I don't hang around that much.
Uh-huh.
So that sacrifice kind of helped me dial in with the artwork.
Yeah.
If you're always 24/7 around your homies, around girls or whatever, yeah, that's cool. But then if you got a vision and this is your obsession, you
Yeah.
gotta you gotta weigh the two and be like, some of y'all gotta fall off, because this
Yeah.
is my passion and
Yeah.
this is my bread and butter. It
Yeah.
wasn't always
Yeah.
like this, but that's my bread and butter. You feel me? So
Uh-huh.
you gotta sacrifice. So
Yeah. 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 That's true. That's true. And I mean, how can okay, well, when I edit this interview together, I'm gonna put in some of the pieces because
yeah.
if people don't understand, if you do not see this stuff, like you said, the inspiration from Renaissance art. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and just bring up a piece right now. You've got these Amor Noir pieces. I
Oh
think
yeah.
I
Damn.
think those were the first pieces I've seen of yours, and I thought, what who is this? And then I saw how young you were. Like, oh, this is incredible. This guy is going places.
Hey,
All right. So how
hey.
did those two pieces come? Because it's collection, right? It's two paintings together.
Yeah, it's the two-part, man. I'm glad you mentioned that, man.
Hmm.
Damn, that's like that was like the genesis of
Hmm.
like that was like a rebirth because they mean so much to me. You know, that I had taken like a break from painting because I was just like, whatever, man. I'm not making money. Where I'm
Hmm.
from, the scene is not that good. Plus I'm like an introvert. I don't like mixing with a lot of people.
Yeah.
So I stopped. Then went to college. Then this one year I was just like, nah, fuck it. Let me just do a painting
Hmm.
the way I wanted, or I wanted to look like the
Hmm.
Renaissance art. Because if you see in those pieces, it's like like I'm paying a homage to like Victorian art,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
17th century art. You know what I'm saying? They had that style, you know, like
Yeah.
cottage core. And so I was like, nah, I'm gonna infuse that with like being black. You know, you gotta
Yeah.
represent because it was that's more white type of art style, you
Sure.
know. So I was like, nah, I'm gonna put some black folk in there,
Yeah.
um, do that representation, and that those were the first two pieces the first piece that blew up for me,
Yeah.
like
Oh yeah.
my first viral tweet ever, bro, like
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
ever.
I see why. Yeah.
Yeah,
Incredible
man,
piece,
like
man.
yeah,
Did you sell those or you still have those?
I still have it. I still have
Oh,
it.
okay.
In the crib.
Okay.
Uh, it's in my house.
Okay. Okay.
Uh,
I've got a question then. Is it because I would imagine you get an emotional attachment to some of these pieces. If it's not a commission, if it's just something that you made, is it easy to let it go?
Yo, bro. Funny enough, I don't have emotional attachment to any of my pieces, bro.
Yeah. Oh,
At
really?
all.
That's good.
Not that I don't have. It's just that it's not like a lot of artists. They're like, yo, I don't want to leave. I don't want to leave this piece. I don't want to sell it.
Yeah.
I don't have that. I don't have that
Okay.
because for me, I'm not even there yet. Like all
Okay.
the pieces I've done till this point, it's not even half of the things I want to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like practice for me. You
Yeah.
know me? So I could
Practice.
sell anything.
Man, those
Yeah.
belong in a museum, man.
Thank you.
I'm not saying, I'm not just trying to gas you up. That's what I honestly believe, man. Those should be in a museum, bro. Those are incredible
Appreciate
pieces.
that. I appreciate that. Like for
Yeah,
real.
yeah, absolutely. All right, so what did you go to college for? You didn't go to college for art? You went for something else?
Nah, I went to go study psychology,
Oh, okay.
counseling, and yeah, mental health
Oh, wow.
field.
Yeah, oh, that's
Yeah,
incredible, man.
yeah.
That's a good field to go into. So are you working with the degree you have? Or are you just a full-time artist right now?
Well, I'm still
Okay.
studying, but it's art is like part time, sometimes full time.
Yeah.
But I'm still studying. You know, I'm
Okay.
very interested in academics.
Yeah.
Like it's a big thing where I'm from. Like you gotta
Oh,
go to
yeah.
school.
Oh, sure.
You know, yeah. I
Yeah.
just got an aptitude for learning and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So,
No,
but I
that's
also
great.
got love for this.
Yeah, yeah, man. A multi-talent, man. That's what's up, man. That's a beautiful thing. It's funny
Hey,
too, because a lot of the artists, well, not a lot, there's a good percentage that
yeah.
are like in some sort of medical or mental health field that I've talked to. I don't know I don't know if there's a connection between the two, but
Hey,
it comes up a lot. That's awesome.
hey, you're not wrong, man. You're not
Yeah.
wrong. I think there's this weird link between psychology or just anything that has to do with the psyche and
Yeah.
art because a lot of the time it's all emotional, mental,
Yeah.
spiritual in a way. When
Uh-huh.
we're out here with our ideas and then putting them down, it's like therapeutic.
Yeah.
And you can see the links between art as therapy and therapy as therapy.
Yeah.
It's a weird link there. And also like artists are crazy. Me myself, I'm crazy, bro.
Yeah, man.
Bro, we crazy, bro. We cannot be 20 hours chilling in the studio working on stuff, bro. You gotta be a little bit local.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Nope. I know I know exactly what you mean, bro.
Hey
Okay.
man.
No,
Hey.
but that's what's up. All right, man. Okay. So So where you live then, you say there's not really much of an art scene. Is there any like any galleries that you could show in, or is it more so that you have more fans because of the internet? Or is there a local scene around you where, there's places where you can put your art, like galleries or things like that?
Um, there are some galleries in town, but it's very small, and I don't know. It's just not for me because I'm so
Yeah.
to myself. I want to
Uh-huh.
do that. I want to have like stuff in galleries, but I feel like when I was coming up, I wasn't at that level yet. So I was just like, let me just practice. Let me just
Sure.
practice.
Yeah.
And so as you're saying, like, because I have more of a presence on the internet, it's a lot better for me.
Yeah.
It's more comfortable for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, but also, I did go
Uh-huh.
actually when I was in college. There was a gallery right next door to my campus,
Okay.
so I was always go there and be like, "Yo, can I bring my stuff?" You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Can I bring my stuff? They're like, "Oh, you have to have a collection, and you gotta be whoopty wop and make
Yeah. Yeah.
room, and you
Yeah.
gotta know." You know what I'm saying? I'm like, "Damn,
Yeah.
I
Yeah, man.
whatever. That's cool. Let me go
Yeah.
do my thing."
Uh-huh.
And then like the second time around, I just had a weird feeling about galleries because I pulled up to this dude and I was like, "Yo, can I show my work here?" And he's like, you gotta go through me first." He was like on some weird shit.
Yeah,
Feel me?
man. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying. So I was like, "Ah, man, you know what I mean? You know, it's cool, but like whatever."
Yeah.
So internet is better. Internet is
Yeah.
freedom.
Yeah. You know what? That seems to be like a universal thing when it comes to art, man. There's always like some sort of gatekeeping, man. Like it's always who you
Yeah.
know and the crowd you run around in, which is insane, man, because like I did an interview, my last one with this artist in Florida, and he was saying same kind of thing you're saying, and how he would go to galleries and it's the same group of people that are showing in these galleries and they don't want to let
Yep.
anyone else in, you know what I mean? But you've got a talent like yourself here, just and you got to jump through hoops just to just to get shown in a gallery. It's ridiculous, you know. We see that's
It's
the beauty of
ridiculous.
the internet though, man, because like I said, you've got a good presence online. I mean, that's how I found you and wanted to reach out and talk to you. So that's a beautiful thing, man. All
Nah, I
right.
appreciate you, man. Now I don't
Okay,
take it. I
so
don't take it for granted.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, that you know what? That blows my mind with your work, and then these people want to they kind of want to bullshit
Yo,
you to even
hey,
get the gallery. It's crazy.
hey. But I respect it in a way
Uh huh.
because, bro, it's like networking. It's like who knows
Yeah.
who's of the who. I get it,
Yeah.
but you don't gotta sell yourself short just to be
Yes.
with them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't judge anyone who wants to like shuck and
Yeah.
jive just to get the position. It's cool. That's how you climb ladder. You
Yeah.
gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
But eh, you know.
Yeah. 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 It's kind of trash. I don't know because you know what? There's
Oh yeah, yeah. I just want to ask one thing.
yeah.
You did an interview with Don, right?
Oh yeah,
You
Don.
did
Oh yeah,
last time.
Don Gabe. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's the homie.
Yeah.
That's the
Oh really?
homie, bro.
Oh
That's
yeah.
that's
You know what's funny?
that's the G, man.
I saw that a lot of people that follow you that I follow also. Like yeah, like Don for sure, and also what's the guy? Lone Wolf. That's the name he goes
Oh,
by
Lone Wolf.
online.
That's the
Yeah,
OG.
I did an interview
Yeah,
with him
Lone
too. Yeah,
Wolf.
man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
you know.
June also.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. June Bug is cool, man. Yeah, she was real dope. See, that's what I love about the internet as opposed to, just a local scene, is that you've got all of these people from all over the world, you know what I mean, that support each other. And it's a great thing too, because out, well, I could speak about LA, right? Like there's like groups of artists and I go to shows
Yeah,
and sometimes I see like, some of the same people. But
yeah,
online, I mean, it's limitless. You know what I mean? Like once some
yeah,
people connect, then
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, man. It's beautiful, man. Yeah, because I
Yeah,
notice who's following you. I'm like, oh yeah, yeah, I'm following a gang of these people,
yeah.
man. So that's
That's the
awesome.
gang, man. That's the
Yeah,
gang, man.
yeah, man. See, I love that. I absolutely love that, man. Yeah,
Mm.
that's like one of my dreams is to have a show and to have all of these artists that I've seen online or the artists that I've
Yeah.
interviewed and have them all together. But I'm not quite there yet. One day, one day.
Hey, it's coming, bro. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, bro. You're on the right track.
Thank
What you're
you.
doing is fire.
Thank
It's
you.
fuego.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, man. People, I don't think artists get the representation that they deserve, especially now. I do feel like there's a new wave coming with young artists like yourself, and
Yeah.
whatever I can do to even to get one or two new people to see who you are and what your art is. I mean, I feel like I've done something. All right.
Yeah, no, for
So
sure.
would you say that your environment? Let me rephrase that. Like, how would
Mm.
you draw your inspiration for like to create a piece? Is it your environment around you, or is it just like a life experience?
Woo. Damn, I don't know. It's a lot of things.
Yeah.
It's life experience, but it's also um like I'm trying to say something. It's always a way to trying to say something because
Yeah.
I'm a portrait artist,
Yeah.
so I dealt with a lot of like insecurities when I was younger.
Okay.
So I was always very insecure about how I looked,
Mm-hmm.
my appearance. Sometimes I get teased a lot, and it hit hard when I was growing up.
Sure.
And
Yeah.
I was just like, man, that's just lame. So as I got older, it's like I drew these paintings with these black dudes at the back, just
Yeah.
as a way to say, you know what, I am beautiful. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
If you think I'm whatever, it's whatever. But I'm gonna draw this stuff and make it look bomb and make it look
Yeah.
beautiful and pretty
Yeah.
because a lot of years I didn't feel that way.
Yeah.
That's why I draw a lot of portraits.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like a journey. It's like journaling in a way.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's yeah.
Okay. All right, man. That was one of my questions. You just answered. All right. I have it written down right here. What drew you to portrait
Hey,
art?
bro, I can
Okay.
see your notes, bro. What you mean? I can see.
Yeah, you must have a copy somewhere there, bro. Okay.
Hey,
All right. So do you usually, is it more so you take commissions, or is it you just paint just to paint, just to to make your collection?
um, I'm like I'm a commissions guy. Like
Uh-huh.
I don't mind doing paintings for whatever, man. Like
Yeah.
as I said earlier, like I don't I don't have too much of an attachment to the paintings. I can
Oh,
just
okay.
do
Yeah.
whatever you want me to do. You feel me?
Yeah.
I'm still
Yeah.
learning,
Yeah. Yeah.
but
It's crazy to say
ever
you're
since I
still learning, man. Okay. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. It's
hey
crazy.
man, hey, but as I was saying, um it's like ever since I got on the internet and
Yeah.
people started taking interest.
Yeah.
Before that, I was just doing it because I just wanted to prove something to myself and be
Yeah.
like, I want to see if I'm dope enough.
Yeah.
But then I started taking commissions. I was like, sure. I mean, I
Yeah.
can do it.
Yeah.
Give me some
Uh-huh.
dollars. It's cool.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I don't trip off just being an artist for the sake of being an artist. I can do
Okay.
whatever, man. Like
Yeah.
I'm,
Okay.
I'm pretty flexible.
All right. All right. That's
Yeah.
man, that's dope, man. Okay. So if you were to describe your style as an artist to someone who's never seen it before, how would you describe it?
Black Renaissance. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Black.
Hey.
Oh wait. Black realism
Yeah.
slash Renaissance slash Afrocentric
Yeah.
slash yeah.
I throw in fine art in there, man, because I feel
Oh,
like
okay. Oh, yeah.
absolutely, man.
Hey,
This is
you've been pressing that word, man. I appreciate it though. I appreciate it
yeah,
though. Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
At its
Actually,
highest level,
actually.
man. I do. I really do, man. Like I said, I am honored you wanted to come and talk to me, man. I really am. Okay,
Like
so
a like.
I noticed you've got some pieces on Foundation. Now, is the NFT space something that you look to explore a little further, or is it? And I saw you had a bid too. You had one of your pieces got a bid on Foundation. Now, I want to talk about the
Yeah,
pieces
yeah,
too. So it's the Silent Mystique and the Melanin Floors, the paintings behind you. Now, is it?
yeah,
Are
yeah, yeah,
you?
yeah.
Do you think you're gonna delve more into the NFT space, or were you just kind of trying it out and see what happens?
I'm definitely gonna delve more for sure.
Uh
Like
huh.
I'm down. I'm down
Yeah.
for the metaverse. It's a lot of opportunity if you do it right. You can alleviate some
Yeah.
financial pressures.
Uh-huh.
It's hard being just an artist and not getting paid that much. Oh, you're not getting paid your worth.
Yeah.
And I feel like the NFT space kind of just alleviated that in a way.
Yeah.
And so I wasn't always feeling like this. I was kind of like an NFT hater at the beginning because I didn't
Yeah.
understand it. Like, bruh, how you getting 69 million for what?
Yeah.
Bruh.
See, okay. That's my issue. Like I think it's great, but that's my issue, right? Like the things that get like crazy money just kind of makes no sense to me, right? I see like your foundation page, and I can well, I not compare. Well, yeah, yeah, compare to some of the things that sell for millions of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars, and you see the effort that it for sure take to make those paintings that you did, and
Yeah,
as opposed to something that you probably could have done in 10 minutes. You know, does
for
that
real, man.
does that does that bother you?
Um, it does, but like it does kind of, but damn, for me, I understand what you are trying to do as an artist, whether
Uh-huh.
it's simple or not.
Yeah,
You know, like I won't knock anybody for
yeah,
what they're trying to do, but I
uh-huh.
think that's the biggest divide in the art world is how much money you're putting on this type of art that looks low effort to
Yeah,
the viewer and to the audience. It looks low effort, and then you see all these artists that are going just grinding, grinding, grinding,
yeah,
and they're not getting as much money. Like there's a lot of people who are kind of salty about that, but
yeah,
for me, I'm just like like I take it like music. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? You can see some people be like the old heads be like, man, this new wave of
yeah.
rappers and whatnot, that's whack.
Yeah.
Who are these kids, man? This sounds trash. But these kids are going platinum.
Yeah,
They ain't even say, bro, like you can
yeah,
hear Playboy Cardi, he don't say much. He just repeats the same thing.
yeah, yeah.
But it's
But
number
people
one
love it.
album, you know what I'm saying? People love it.
Yeah,
I'm a fan. That's what I'm saying. I can't be a hater because,
that's yeah.
you know,
Okay,
I
I
get it.
see what you mean. I see exactly. Yeah, the
Yeah.
music is a that's a good point. Okay, then let me bring this in because I see you are. I am a fellow FL Studio user. I I
Oh,
I go back to where you I had to buy the disc to download it to the computer.
damn, bro.
I go
Don't
that far
expose
back.
your age.
It's okay.
Bro,
I'm aging all right. I'm aging all right.
nah, bro, you like, you like. You
But
kind of look like, yeah, yeah,
is
go ahead.
that is the music? Have you always been interested in making music? And is that do you
Man,
use that as something to be creative without taking a break from art? You know what I mean? Have you
100%,
always
man.
been into music?
You hit it.
Uh huh.
100%. Nail on the head, bro. It's like a second way of expressing yourself.
Uh huh.
And I've always, cause like when I was young, man, I was so influenced by like American culture.
Uh huh.
You can see the way with my music taste and
Sure.
just like the type of things I like.
Uh
So
huh.
I was always into like music,
Uh huh.
and I started off as actually rapping. I used to write, and I
Yeah.
still write, but like,
Mhm.
yeah, I started off rapping, and then I found, I think in 10th grade, I found FL Studios. Like,
Yeah.
hey, what if I
Yeah.
try to
Yeah.
dibble and dabble? Because if you are an artist full and full, you're just an artist and you always have these ideas. You always
Yeah.
have also have musical ideas, but you're like,
Yeah.
how can I express this? So FL Studio is kind of that catalyst to
Mhm.
express yourself musically because I
Yeah.
really love sound, bro. Sound is just
Yeah.
amazing. It's healing,
Yeah.
and I feel like musicians are healers, man.
Yeah. Yeah. And I would imagine, because I mean I'm not a, an artist, but the the process from, starting a track maybe with just one sound until, you finish the entire song, it's got to be
Yeah,
similar to what you do as an oil painter, right? Like you have the
yeah,
idea, and then you
yeah.
sort of build and build and build until it's complete. Do you think there's a similarity between the two?
100%, bro.
Yeah.
That's why they call them artists, bro.
Yeah.
It's the same. It's the same mechanism. It's the same kind of
Yeah.
process. You
Yeah.
come with an idea, and just like if I come up with an idea for like a painting, it
Uh-huh.
won't come up 100%
Yeah.
because it's like, ah, man, it kind of flopped there, it kind of flopped there. Same with music. It's like you have an idea, but it won't come out 100% the way
Yeah.
you thought of it. Maybe the snare will be a little bit off,
Sure.
or
Yeah.
so it's really the same process, bro. It's the same
Yeah.
thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or then I got a question about your paintings then. When do you know that it's done, that it's completely finished? Do you ever
Oh,
finish a piece? Okay. You never want to
it's never
say,
done.
okay, I missed something. I got to go back and do this. Or when it's done, it's done.
It's never done. It's the painting.
Ah,
I don't know who said
yeah.
this. The painting is never done, bro. It's
Yeah.
just you just like I'm done with it, but it's not done. I'm just done.
Sure. Oh,
Yeah,
I
so
like that.
yeah,
I like that.
yeah, it's
Okay.
never.
So who are some of your a little off topic, but some of your musical influences?
Bro, Snoop Dogg,
Yeah.
DPG.
You're talking my language, man. Yes.
Hey, bro. Hey,
Yeah,
bro.
man.
Funk,
Yeah, man.
bro.
I was
Two on three.
I was a kid in the 90s, right? So I living in LA and then hearing this music first come out, like I think Doggy Style dropped. I was 7 or 8, something like that. And man, that's what influenced me like musically from like that age until now,
Yeah,
like a lot of like my FL Studio stuff is very like West Coast sounding,
West
a little
Coast.
modern, but yeah, but still. But I like the new stuff. I'm not one of those old guys who's like, oh, this new stuff is trash. You know what I mean? Like, I really like a
Yeah,
lot of the
yeah,
young artists, man. And you know what's crazy too, though? Like, I would say because of the internet that you get more artists that I don't want to say are welcomed, but are finally getting the recognition they deserve from
yeah,
places like like Burner Boy, right? For example, like when
yeah,
I was, it's kind of funny because in the early '90s there was a lot of reggae music, right? That was popular, and then something
for
happened.
sure,
I don't know what happened, right? Something
for sure.
changed, and now I feel like it's coming back, which is a beautiful thing, man. Because I will say this about some of the young guys in the States. For
Mm,
a period of time,
yeah,
a lot of people were using the same exact sound from like
yeah,
different regions, right? It was never like that.
yeah,
Like each place had their own sort of style. I'd say the
yeah,
internet kind of made one style. Now I think it's different. It's the styles are starting to change, but people are getting their just dues now. And I bring that back to art
yeah,
because now I feel like it's not just Europe and the States now. You
yeah,
know what I mean? It's
exactly,
people from all over the world. Yeah. Yeah, that's
exactly.
awesome. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. No, man, it's for real, man. You spitting, man.
Yeah.
Spit.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay. I want to talk about, you've got some of these work in progress videos, man. And yours are some of my favorite ones, man, because you see the start, okay, it's nothing. You do a little doodling or something, and then well, in particular, like with your sketches, right?
yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
then you see the finished product, and it's how did you go from this to this, man? It's insane, man. So are you do you always make videos for that, or are you starting to do that a little bit more? Because I think it's great. Yours are very impressive.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I think it was accidental. I think
Okay.
my second ever. I don't know if I got it here. Oh, goodness. Like this piece right here, man. I don't know if you know this one.
Oh yeah, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my god. But this was my second piece that kind of like went stupid, right?
yeah, yeah.
And luckily, while I was painting it, I was recording myself doing that. You know what I'm saying? That was back in 2020.
Okay.
So I did it because I wanted to. It was like taking notes of the work you're doing, so
Okay.
that you
Yeah.
can, you know, correct your mistakes.
Hmm.
You can see how your hand is moving. You can see the thought process. You can see the strokes, and you know what I'm saying. It's kind of like,
Hmm.
oh, okay, I can improve there. I can improve there. But when I started posting them online, I was like, oh, people
Yeah.
are kind of like entertained in a way.
Yeah.
So I was like, that's like the fun side of me. I love video editing. I love taking videos. I love, I got Premiere Pro. I got video editors, man,
Yeah.
from way back. So
Yeah.
it was like, yeah,
Yeah.
naturally.
Yeah, no, that's dope because I think people like to see the finished product, but I think there are a lot of people that like to see the process. You know what I mean? Even if you put hours and hours into work into like a minute
Yeah,
30 video, but it's
yeah.
enjoyable to see, man, because you go to a museum, you see the painting, but you never know what it took to
What
get to
went
this.
through?
I
Yeah,
exactly.
it's like gatekeeping. I don't like gatekeeping, man.
Yeah.
That shit lame. So if someone asks, yo, how do you do this? I'm like, I got a video for you.
Yeah.
Give me a
That's
sec.
dope.
I'm gonna, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
Uh-huh.
the same people who I was inspired by, I was like, damn, how you do this, man? How can I
Hmm.
get the knowledge that you got to get there? So I was like,
Hmm.
let me do it for who's ever up and coming and who's ever looks to me
Yeah.
for inspiration. I'm gonna show you how to do it because
Yeah.
I wasn't always this good. I had to.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Practice. Yeah. No, that and you know what? I
yeah,
think that's a thing too. Like with your generation, they're more ready to share the knowledge. You know what I mean? Like they're more willing to
yeah,
not keep secrets. Like if you got a certain way to do something, they're more than happy to share it. Like I go back to all right, so in my younger days, right?
yeah,
So I used to perform, right? I used to rap
yeah.
around. I used to do like little shows around LA and stuff like that. And I was
Oh yeah,
I was a bass player, right? Like I started playing the bass when I was a kid, and that's what really got me into music and they're like producing, right? I
you
was
can
just a
play bass.
producer. Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah, man. Since I was 12 years
So
old.
why you say you're not an artist, bro?
Not
What do you
professional.
mean?
An amateur artist, right? So I
And
would
still, bro, I'm an amateur artist, bro. What you talking
so like
about?
I would go do these shows, right? And
Yeah,
like I, I thought it was pretty good. I got a couple mixtapes I never released. Maybe one day I will. But I remember I did this show in Hollywood, and I
yeah,
had a nice show. And there's some couple other rappers there that I'm like, oh, okay, these guys are on a different level. And the person that won the showcase was not even one of, I think there was like 15 of us, not
yeah,
even in the top 10, right? This guy was no good. And then I found out the announcer was his cousin.
yeah.
The guy who
Um,
owns the thing was like his uncle or something. So I was like, what am I even doing here, man? Like, what is this even happening? You should be,
exactly.
especially with artists, right? And this is why I don't like the gatekeeping, right? Because it should
Yeah,
be about merit. It should be about skill. It should be about what you can do and not who
I
you know.
believe
But
that.
that's not how the world works, and
I
that's a
believe
little
that.
disappointing. Uh-huh.
Yeah, bro, you
Yeah.
spitting, bro. Like there's no meritocracy in art,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
It's all it's all hype, bro. It's all hype.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, it's all
Yeah.
hype,
Yeah.
But I ain't mad at it
Yeah.
because what if
Yeah.
tomorrow I'm now the biggest artist
Yeah.
on the planet,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then the people are gonna be like, oh nah, you just hyped. That shit kind of bland or whatnot. But I'll be at the top and I'll be like,
Yeah.
hey, it's my time now. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I can never be like, you know. But like sometimes, bro, it's not.
Yeah,
you gotta appreciate the good shit, man. You
yeah,
can't just be like, oh no, this is fire.
yeah. No, you're right. Now that's a good attitude to have too. Man.
Yeah,
All right, I saw that you made some cover art for somebody. Was that an album or a commission work that you did? What is that? Is that something else that you'd be interested in doing also? Because I could see that, man. Like, there's this artist out in
yeah,
LA who I've met a couple times who does cover
yeah,
art for, I forgot some label, but this dude is incredible, right? He's done a bunch of stuff. Is that something that you would be interested in doing also, since you are a music fan and a producer also?
yeah. That's a dream of mine, bro. That's like a
Really?
big dream of mine.
Mhm.
That's why I was, man, I'm for real, bro. Like with this recent cover art, I was so excited because I was like, yo, it's kind of like my first, serious art career, and I was hyped. I was hyped because it's
Yeah.
like that's gonna be on your album, bro. Like,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
your
It's a
fans
dope
are gonna be
piece.
like, yo, who did this?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So yeah, that
Is
was
it a
really
local artist? Where you from? Or who did you
nah. The guy's from Chicago. Jay Lamar. Yeah, he's dope.
yeah,
He's from
yeah.
Chicago.
Oh,
So
that's
he hit
dope,
me up and
man.
was like, yo, I fuck with your shit. Yeah.
Uh-huh. And that's it. You had just connected online and that was it.
Online, bro. Just like
That's a,
how we doing, bro.
yeah,
It's
yeah, man.
beautiful. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it
beautiful.
is, man. The beauty of the internet, man. Okay,
Hey,
so I saw you posted some old abstract piece that you made, right? Like the caption was I think it was like 7 years old or something like that. Now,
yeah,
obviously you are a great, traditional artist, right? A realist.
yeah.
Would you ever consider making any more abstract pieces?
Oh man, how did you even find that, bro? Hey.
Research.
Research. Yeah, man. Shout out, bro. Man, I was kind of forced to do that, man. That was like like an art project.
Oh, okay.
It's not really
Okay.
my style,
Yeah.
but I had so much fun doing it. I don't lie,
Yeah.
I had so much fun doing it.
Uh-huh.
I think in future maybe I'll incorporate it in my realism, like at the
Okay.
background, maybe
Oh, sure.
sauce it up a little bit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, and I
Yeah, I'm
noticed
gonna do it.
also like the floral backgrounds. Is there any like inspiration behind those, or you just like the way it looks in the background, like even like the pieces behind you, right? And now I know it's called melanin, flores, but is there
Yeah.
some like attraction to the background that you have that you wanted to make it like that?
Yeah, big time. It's actually deep, bro. Um, it's like a symbol for me. It's like a symbolism of beauty. It's a
Mm.
symbolism of blossoming into something new.
Oh,
And also, it's kind of like also inspired by I don't know if you know Kahinda Wiley,
no, I don't think
the
so.
artist. You
No,
never heard of him?
what is no, what is hold on, let me check them out. Okay,
Just
no,
search
message me.
Kahinda,
How do you
the
spell that?
name, right? Kehinde Wiley.
Oh, there we go. Oh yeah, okay.
You know what I
Oh my.
mean?
Oh yeah, no, I know this.
Crazy,
Yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah, yeah,
crazy,
yeah, yeah. Yeah,
crazy.
and
See
I
how he
can
does
see
it?
the inspiration. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
that's
dope.
my biggest inspiration.
Okay. Okay, okay. That was one of my questions then. Who, other than like the Renaissance period, who are your
Yeah,
biggest inspiration as artists? It would be him.
it'll be him for sure. Definitely, bro. He portrays black people so beautifully,
Yeah.
and he's just boss, bro. Dang,
Yeah.
he's just boss,
Yeah.
bro. So it's like
Yeah.
realism.
Yeah.
That's how we do it. That's how we
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah, man. All right.
I got some
Yeah.
questions for you though.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, which
Okay.
part of Cali you from?
I go for it. Go ahead. Or what part of Cali am I from?
Yeah, yeah,
Uh
yeah.
LA proper. So I grew up, I lived in South Central until I was about 7. And then we moved to the Wilshire district. So the Wilshire district's like
Oh,
it's a weird spot because okay, so you have the Wilshire district, and then if you keep going
yeah,
down south, Like you go
Yeah.
to, it goes back into South Central. But if you go, so if you go like 10 minutes to the south, it gets it gets worse. You go
Yeah.
15 minutes like in the other direction, like you're almost
Yeah.
in Beverly Hills, right? It's crazy.
Yeah. I
So
heard.
so
I heard. Yeah.
so where I grew up, it was like a lot of immigrants, right? It's like
Mm,
in the middle of the city. So there was a lot of black people. We had a lot of
yeah.
Nigerians. We had a lot of
Yeah.
Indians,
Yeah.
Filipinos, and Middle Easterners. You know, I like to say there was every sort of place to worship was there, right? We had
Ah,
churches, we had mosques, we had temples, it was everything. But
mm,
it made me see like the disparity between the classes, right? Because like I said,
true.
you go 15 minutes drive, you see $1 million houses, right? You go 15 minutes south and it's
Yeah.
the hood. You know what I mean? So it was a crazy way to grow up. But
Yeah.
then I moved downtown when I was about 15. And so my dad's an artist, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we lived in the arts district downtown. And the thing about
Yeah.
the arts district downtown, at least back then, now it's a little different. It's very gentrified now. But back then, oh, man, it upsets me. It upsets me what happened to that community. So back then, if you were an artist, right, and you didn't have a lot of money, you could
Mm,
go find a cheap place to live and like use
yeah.
as a studio, right? So do
Yeah.
you know, have you ever heard of Skid Row? You know what Skid Row is downtown? All right, so
I heard about
look
it
it up
from.
one day.
Yeah,
So
I heard
Skid
about it.
Row it's just a lot of homeless people, right? Like it's been like
Ah,
this since like the Great Depression, right? Like it's insane that this place hasn't changed that much. And this is why it was so
yeah.
cheap to live in the arts district because no one wanted to
Ah,
live there, right? And there were a bunch of
real
abandoned
estate.
buildings. Yeah, right. So
Yeah.
now it became like a popular place to live. Uh, I don't know because it was cheap. Because it was cheap. Now it's not cheap. So the
Now it's
artists
not cheap
can't
because now they, yeah,
exactly. All the
they
hipsters
put
moved
some hype
in.
on it.
Yeah. Uh-huh. So when I was down there, it was still like a pretty rough place, right? Like and it's a different kind of rough, right? Because you'd have all these drug dealers come down during the day, right? I swear.
Yeah.
They would come down and they'd like, do their thing and then they dip.
Yeah.
And if you wouldn't want to be out at night because there's a lot of addicts around, you know what I mean? You had people
Yeah.
like running from the law that would go hide out there, right?
Damn.
So it
Oh, and
oh
then they
yeah.
be chilling with
Yeah.
them and
Uh-huh.
stuff. Oh,
And so this is why I love black people, man. So I used to work down there, right? I worked at this restaurant, like delivering food. And I go by this building that I know they're moving drugs out of this building, right? Like for sure, right?
moving
So I
that
see
dude.
I see this guy who's like in charge and I'm standing on the corner with this food I'm about to deliver. And he was like, no, I see you out here all the time. Like where I must have been like 19 or something. He's like, I see you
Yeah.
out here like with a job, working hard. And he was like, I absolutely love that. He said, if anyone tries to say something to you, anyone messes with you, come find me and I'll take care of it. He said, I like to
For
see the
sure.
young people like doing well. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's living in that place in the arts district. That's what kind of made me who I am. You know what I mean? And
Yeah. Nah, I feel you.
yeah, man.
It
Yeah, yeah,
definitely shows because it definitely shows because like you're so passionate about like artists and
yeah,
stuff. It's like
yeah,
and you for you you're not an actual like painter or
mhm,
whatever, but
yeah,
you kind of connected that way. That's
yeah,
like very
yeah.
admirable.
Thank you. Thank you. And I want
Yeah.
you guys to shine, man. Like I would say, this show is not about me, man. I am just here to ask questions, and the artists that I talk to, like yourself, like I mean, it is not the biggest spotlight yet. I'm still growing the show, but
Hey,
whatever I can do, I'm gonna do it, man.
yeah,
Yeah, man.
yeah.
And now I've got some of these questions that I ask every artist before the end of the show.
Mm,
All right, if you could go anywhere in the world, I mean, maybe not permanently, but for a while,
yeah.
just to create, where would you go?
Just to create work.
Yeah. or even, I mean, not even just to
Damn.
create, like just to spend some time in for a new experience for a period of time.
For a good experience. Damn, there's so many places I want to go, man. But sure, maybe so many, bro. Maybe on an island somewhere. I don't even know, bro.
Yeah,
Anywhere where it's like palm trees, maybe
yeah,
the
yeah,
ocean, some good, just nice nature, man. I love
yeah,
nature.
yeah, yeah.
Anyway,
Okay.
so maybe like Bali
Ah,
or even Hawaii or even
yeah,
Cali or I don't know,
yeah.
man. Somewhere.
Hawaii's nice. Yeah, Bali. I would
Yeah.
love to go to Bali, man. That's one of my, it's one of my dream places to go. Not soon, soon.
Soon. Nah.
Uh-huh.
We gonna link up there, bro. What?
Yeah, man. Yeah, you got to speak these things into existence, man. Like I, without that, I would have never have done this, man. You know, like I'm an introvert to a degree, right? Like I'm not a shy person, but I keep to myself. I've always
Sure.
kind of kept to
Sure.
myself, right? But yeah, man, it's good. The internet really changed the game for a lot of people. You know what I mean? Like a talent like yourself, right? Like even, you know, in a place where, you know, you might not have a lot of places to show your work,
Yeah.
millions of people will see your work. I mean, I've seen, I've seen the pieces that you posted that have blown up, like they've blown up for a reason, man. It's the talent, man.
For
And
sure.
I'm glad people
For
get to
sure.
see it now. What advice would you give to a young artist? An artist that maybe isn't sure if they can be successful and is thinking maybe about giving up.
Advice I would give to a young artist
Shit, you
is
are a young artist. I mean, it's
that's how
crazy
that's
though.
how I'm trying to think of something, but I'm also trying to tell
Okay.
myself the same thing.
Okay. Well, okay.
Hey,
Let me rephrase that.
but like,
Maybe not a young artist, but an artist that is lacking in confidence and but
oh
that
yeah,
probably has the skill, but is thinking about, you know, calling it quits.
oh yeah, no, for sure. Do the opposite. Do the
Yeah.
opposite.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to show the world what you got.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, don't be afraid to to work. Sometimes all it takes is some work, man.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you gotta have some skill, yes, but if you keep grinding nonstop, no nothing, I'm telling
Yeah.
you, there's gonna be that door of opportunity. They're just gonna go in there and keep
Yeah.
mashing. Like,
Yeah.
never stop until you get to where you want to, bro.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, so even if it's hard, sometimes you don't have the motivation, but like, you just gotta
Yeah.
go in and be believe in yourself. Doesn't matter what type of art you do, it'll pop off one day. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
they used to clown Lil Wayne when he started with his rapping. Now
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
what top
Uh-huh.
10.
Yeah.
They used to clown so many people. They clown
Yeah.
everybody, bro. It was like,
Yeah.
oh no, you're just gonna be whatever, and
Bro.
then platinum,
Yeah.
then gold, and then
Yeah.
superstar.
Bro.
Feel me?
Bro.
Don't
You know
stop.
what? It's crazy you say Wayne too, right? Because like Cash Money drop, I might have been like a freshman in high school, right? I was probably like 14 or something when Wayne came out.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
it's funny, like generational, how like the older guys never like the young stuff, right? So I've been a
yeah.
Wayne fan since I was like four. Like we might be around the same age, Wayne and I. And and you were right. Like the people that trash Lil Wayne or just Cash Money in general, you know what I mean? When they first came out, like it's insane. And to see like Lil Wayne from what was it, like 99, 2000, 2001 to where he is right now, it's incredible, man. And
It's
you're absolutely
incredible.
right. You're right though. People were like, this is trash. Like you know, this isn't good music. This isn't the classic stuff that, you know, this is not boom bap.
Yeah,
But no, man, you've got to give the youngsters a chance to shine, man. Lil Wayne's a
yeah.
perfect example. All
But
right.
he
If
didn't
you
quit. He didn't listen. He didn't listen to
uh
the haters.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. If you could make cover art for any artist, who would it be?
Any artist,
Yeah.
damn, bro, it's a lot. But like,
Yeah.
I think Travis Scott or ASAP Rocky
Yeah.
or Rihanna or
Okay.
even
Yeah.
actually no Drake. I'm lying. Why am I lying, bro?
Ah. Uh-huh.
Drizzy. Actually, that's been on my bucket list. I don't lie, bro. It's been
Yeah,
on my
yeah.
bucket list.
Yeah, you got that
Drizzy, bro.
piece, the piece with Drake and Khaled
And
you said inspired from the Lemon Pepper freestyle. Is that's a dope
right
piece,
there,
man.
man. I wish, bro. I wish Drake had saw that and maybe like do like a young mixtape with that photo.
Yeah,
Oh man.
yeah, man. See, that's a dope piece. And you know what? I always say this, right? Like artists that make pieces with like famous people is good, but you have to make it your own. You can't just do like, yeah, you can't do what everyone else is doing. And I think that's what you do. That's you take the people and you make it unique. You know what I mean? And that's what I like about your art. And plus the realism that you have is incredible, man. Like it's the way you paint is fantastic, bro.
Thank
I'm a
you, man.
big fan of yours, man. I always will be. All right.
Yeah, man.
Okay. All right. Where can the people find you, man? Where do you want them to check your work at?
Oh yeah, man. Shout out to anyone who's actually gonna watch this. Shout out to your viewers. Shout out to
Yeah.
LA Phil, Know the
Thank you.
Gang. You
Thank you.
know what I'm
Thank
saying?
you.
Yeah.
Wow.
You can find me at Rick Lane Art, Twitter, Rick Lane Art, Insta, Rick Lane Creative or Creative on TikTok.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Rick
All
Lane,
right.
right?
Thank you. All right, everybody. Rick Lane. Check out the artwork. It is fantastic. A modern Renaissance artist, man. I am telling you guys, you got to check out his work. It's unbelievable. And thank you so much, bro. Thank you for coming on.
Actually, I want to ask one more thing.
Yeah.
You do music, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
You do music, man. We gotta
Okay.
whoop de
Yeah.
wop, whoop
Okay.
de
We'll
whoop.
link up. I got
Cause
all
you
right.
know what I'm saying.
We're connected already. So I'll send you some stuff I got, bro. I'll send you some stuff.
Please, bro. Like
Yeah.
I, I'm I'm planning to like drop like a freestyle every like
Oh, okay.
Friday.
Oh no. Okay.
So yeah,
Yeah.
bro. I'm trying to.
All right. I will send you some stuff, bro. I will absolutely, man. Absolutely. We'll be in touch. We'll be in touch.
Real. Yeah.
All right. All right. Thank you,
No, I
bro.
appreciate you, man.
All
Appreciate
right.
you.